What's going on? My name's Cody. I'm a lifelong Anaheim Ducks fan, and I just wanted to give my opinions on the absolute fucking mess that the Mason Mctavish contract has turned into. We have 20.5, okay, exact number, $20,538,811 in cap space. We'll give $850K and 800 to Sam Colangelo, 812 to Tim Washy. We prolong the Dostal contract until July 17th, giving him a 5-year deal, which I would have liked to seen 6 to 7 at 6.5. He's our future of goaltending. There's no reason why we shouldn't be locking him up before the cap goes up. Yet Mason Mctavish is still without a fucking contract. He is our second line center for the future. He just hit 52 points this last season. There's no reason why we should be prolonging his contract negotiations, making him more pissed off, and just souring the relationship between him and the Ducks. This is only to make things more difficult. Look at the Trevor Zegras situation. How long until we gave him that fucking contract just to trade him at his lowest value, which is a whole other thing. Terrible trade. And just terrible return. It had to happen, but it could have happened at a different time for the better. But Mason Mctavish is one of our future stars. He's already a star. He's a fucking stud. He'll be our second line center for the future, and we haven't gave him a contract yet. Now, this could be all blown out of proportion, and it's just something as simple as term, which I know Verbeek loves to drag out. Oh, I'm gonna do a bridge deal. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. These are our new franchise players, and you're just dragging their chain and all of the fans' chains for months. Mason McTavish should have had a new contract as soon as he was able to sign one. Same as Lucas Dostal. Now, thankfully, the Dostal contract has been fixed. It's been signed, shorter term, but it still got done. The Mason McTavish contract is still yet to be signed. It's a problem. If Pat Verbeek can't just suck it up and suck his ego up and give these new young players contracts, no one's going to want to come here. Despite if we have Joe Quenneville and Jay Woodcroft as all-star coaching staff, no one's going to want to come here and deal with a bullshit GM like Pat Verbeek if this is the example he's going to set with new young talent or future stars. Next year, we have half the fucking roster coming off the books. What's going to happen then? We have Leo Carlson needing a new contract. Our future franchise player. Number one center for our team. Jackson Combe, I'm pretty sure, is coming off contract. Pavel Michikov is coming off contract. Cutter Gauthier will be coming off his contract. What's going to happen when all these new young players that need contracts that are the future of our team hit RFA status? What's going to happen? I have a feeling that Pat Verbeek is going to do the same bullshit with every one of those fucking players other than Leo Carlson, which is a damn shame. Now, the free agency moves and everything he's done so far this offseason has been pretty great other than the contract negotiations, like bringing Chris Kreider in and signing Mikael Granlund. Like, if Mikael Granlund can play third-line center for minutes for us, we are going to grab that second wildcard spot, especially with the all-star coaching staff that we currently have. You saw goaltending drag us up 20 points last season, Dostal is only going to get better, and now with an actual brain functioning coaching staff on the bench, there's no reason why Anaheim Ducks playoff hockey should happen next season. This whole thing has just been mind-boggling and pretty infuriating that Pat Verbeek can't suck up his fucking ego and give Mason McTavish a new contract. And I'm willing to bet by the time it actually gets done, Mason McTavish is going to miss some of training camp, and it's only going to be a 4-year fucking deal. And then, since the cap goes up every year, by the time Mason McTavish needs a new contract, everyone else will need to be re-signed, and let's say they do. Let's say Pat Verbeek sucks up his ego with everybody else and gets everybody else on the team signed this offseason and the next offseason. What do we do with McTavish? If McTavish gets a bridge deal, where's the cap space for McTavish? Because I'm willing to bet that new Cutter contract is going to be ridiculous. That new Jackson Lacombe contract is going to be a pretty hefty sum of money. Not to mention Pavel Michikov, not to mention Olin Zellweger. And then, if he gets a bridge deal with 4 years or 5 years, what are we going to do when both him and Dostal need a new contract? Just back and forth cap restricting because Pat Verbeek can't just suck up his ego and give these new players and these rising stars contracts. There's no reason for it. Mason McTavish should have been signed already. Lucas Dostal should have had a 7-year deal already, which he has a 5, but still, like, why the hell are we going through this? Now, once again, like I said, it could all be blown out of proportion, but I highly doubt it is. I am 100% in belief that Pat Verbeek has the biggest fucking ego in the league and just loves penny pinching. He tells us he told us the last 2 seasons now he wants to be a serious playoff team. And just this recent offseason, the Joe Quenneville signing, he says there's no more penny pinching and the checkbook is open, yet he's still fucking penny pinching and he's making it harder for us to get to that goal. It's ridiculous. And it's very infuriating as a Ducks fan watching that unfold. Now, that's really all I had to say. I wanted to finally get a video up and just rant about the infuriating, that's not a word, how mad I am and infuriated I am that Mason McTavish doesn't have a new contract. It's August 11th and Mason McTavish doesn't have a contract by now? We're getting people saying trade rumors, which we all know are fake. I mean, John Gibson, Trevor Zegras had trade rumors for who knows how long, and it didn't happen until recently. But still, it's infuriating. And let's go down this rabbit hole that the Ducks do trade McTavish. What team has what we need and the capital to give us for McTavish where it'd be worth it? I'm seeing Detroit being a very popular name. Unless Detroit gives us Dylan Larkin, Lucas Raymond, or an Alex DeBrincat, or maybe more Sider, what does Detroit have that would be worth doing? Now, I know Pat Verbeek is all buddies with Steve Yzerman, but still, if he does that, he should be fired the next day. If he's even thinking about it, he should be fired before it happens. This is ridiculous. It is August 11th, and one of our future superstars and maybe a franchise player doesn't have a new contract. It's just ridiculous. There's no reason for it. Thank you for listening to me rant. I'll see you sometime soon.